Freedom is never free, and it is most often purchased with blood. That's a lesson that God taught the people of Israel on the night of the Passover. He was about to set them free from their Egyptian bondage. On that night, every firstborn son of every family of Egyptians died. But not one single Israelite died, because God fought their battle for them. But in order to impress upon them the awful price that was paid to purchase their freedom, God required that every family in Israel, except the very smallest families where two of them could go together, basically every family in Israel was to offer in that evening a lamb for a sacrifice. And in the shedding of that blood, they saw graphically represented the price of their freedom. Given the number of people there were in Israel at that time, we're talking about perhaps upwards of 250,000 sheep that were offered that day. Freedom almost always is purchased with blood. On July the 4th of 1776, the founders of this nation signed a document called the Declaration of Independence. And they knew when they signed it that it meant war. They pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor to the revolution, and every one of them was true to his pledge. In the Revolutionary War, 25,000 Americans died, and their blood purchased our freedom. During the 240-year history of our nation, some 1.3 million people, Americans, have died in all of our wars. This Memorial Day weekend, we take time to honor them and to thank God that they were willing to give the ultimate sacrifice so that we could be free. Now, I understand that this is a communion meditation, and we remember one especially who died for us. Our Savior went to the cross to purchase our freedom from slavery to sin. We are no longer subject to, under the dominion of sin, because he paid the price for us. And just as Israel met each year and offered a sacrificial lamb on the Passover and ate the meal to commemorate that night when they were set free, so we come to this table and we take of the cup and we take of the loaf to remind us of the sacrifice that was made in our behalf. And we rejoice that our Savior has set us free and given us a home in heaven. Let us focus our minds and hearts on him and what he did for us as we come to his table.